Hi guys, please don't mind my face. I just needed to make this video as quick as possible. I want to draw you guys' attention to something I just watched, a Sheikh Gumi's video. In the video, he called the terrorists in the north misunderstood victims. Misunderstood victims. Like, I don't really know what he's trying to do, and I don't really know why the man is still walking out there freely. Somebody that can suggest negotiating with terrorists is not meant to be walking on the streets freely. Especially somebody that claims to preach the word of God. And I think the moment we Muslims start having...
Hello and what's up guys? In this video, everything has suddenly changed. Northern voices are now saying enough is enough, and they are calling Sheikh Gumi exactly what they believe he is, a full terrorist sympathizer who must be arrested immediately. One of the speakers came out boldly, no shaking. He said there is nothing to argue about. Sheikh Gumi is a terrorist sympathizer, conclusively speaking, and he explained why under the Terrorism Prevention and Prohibition Act of 2022, even promoting negotiation with terrorists is a crime. He said the law clearly states that anyone convicted can face a minimum of 20 years imprisonment or even life imprisonment, and according to him, it is not his opinion, it is the Nigerian law itself. He reminded Nigerians that in January 2022, under Abubakar Malami, the court officially declared Bello Turji and the other groups as terrorists. So the big question is, if they are legally recognized as terrorists, why is Gumi promoting and negotiating with them, and why is the government silent? He said this silence is exactly why people call Nigeria's justice system selective. He even said it is time to stop using soft words like bandits or headers. According to him, these attacks should be called the real name, terrorist attacks. And in that same breath, he called on the government, the security agencies, and even local clerics who negotiate with this group to face the full law. If convicted, he said, they all deserve lifetime imprisonment. Only then will people know the system is not selective. But guys, what came next shocked everyone. The second speaker played a full clip of Gumi himself defending these terrorists, and it was unbelievable. In that video, Gumi said the terrorists are under pressure, government is bombarding them, they drink from streams, they live in huts, they are suffering. At one point, he even used the word we, placing himself in the same category with them. That was alone sent a cold wave across social media. The speaker said, how can this man be free? How can he walk around comfortably? He knows where these people are. He negotiates with them daily. Yet DSS, the army, the police, nobody sees a reason to arrest him. He added something even more disturbing, that Gumi's son is in the army. At that point, he simply said, we are finished. Other speakers repeated the same message. Anyone who uses the word we while defending terrorists is already part of them. They called Gumi a disgrace to Islam and demanded urgent action from the government. Guys, I will let you watch this video for yourself so you can see exactly what I'm talking about. Also, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to this channel if you haven't already done so. Take a look, guys, and remember to share your thoughts after watching.
Conclusively speaking, Sheikh Abubakar Gumi is a terrorist sympathizer. And if the law is to be implemented according to how it's supposed to be, if convicted, he should be liable to something minimum of 20 years imprisonment, maximum of life imprisonment. And that is just it. I'm not the one saying this. It's the Nigerian law that stated this. Let me explain. Under the same Terrorism Prevention and Prohibition Act of 2022, it prohibits even promoting negotiation or negotiation with terrorists. You now want to ask if Bello Turji and the cause are terrorists or not. According to the same Nigerian provisions, it was finally concluded in January 2022 by courts under Abubakar Malami that Mbindiga, Yan Ta'adda, bandits are terrorists. So, why is he now promoting and negotiating with terrorists and the government is doing nothing about that? And you get to see the reason why people now say that the justice system is selective. The justice system is selective. And I want this to get to newspaper outlets as well. I think it's high time we get rid of these words like bandits, headers, and the rest of it. The definition of that is terrorist. So when they attack, give them the real name that they deserve. Terrorist attack, not bandits, not kidnappers. This is a pure act of terrorism. And in this same vein, I'm calling on all relevant authorities as well to actually make sure that what is agreed upon, what is written, should be implemented to the letter, irrespective of whoever he is. And at the same time, even the local authorities and even the clerics that went to negotiate with these elements as well deserves a lifetime imprisonment if convicted by a court. And that is just it. And in so doing now, you will now prove to people that the justice system is not selective. I want to bring this to point this out to the National Assembly, number one. And secondly, I want to point this out to the international community as well. Addressing the situation of Nigeria at the moment is not all about military deployment. There are a lot of legal works that needs to be enforced and enforced to the letter for victory to be won. The legal framework must be provided and at the same time must be enforced. Let's tell ourselves the truth. Let's not be deceiving ourselves. Nobody should be above the law. Except if you now tell us that it's the same government that their stand in regards terrorism is the basis that there's no negotiation, there's no even paying of ransom. Payment of ransom is even criminalized, not even to talk of promoting negotiation. And that is how you see seriousness of a government that wants to fight this. It's not about your deployment. A lot of things needs to be done that is not even in the front. And if you're serious about this, then we will now know that we're all one and we desire a better nation.
It's another time to get you angry. Yes, I want to make you vex because we need to get angry. Watch this video.
We are under pressure to fight government that has helicopters, is bombarding us. So you remove the pressure, the need for the money is there. When you go there, you don't see any luxurious life. You don't see any luxurious life at all. They are living in huts. They have nothing. They drink sometimes from the stream. So I don't think we can say that they are used to a luxurious life that they won't live it. Actually, they don't even know it with all the money they get.
Sheikh, like you said, they are under pressure. Government is bombarding them, and according to what you say, they are saying that it looks like they're under attack. So maybe they're acquiring weapons to protect themselves. But then again, if the pressure is that much, why don't they renounce banditry? And are they also considering the lives of those that they are also taking, and the lives of people that they are also making, unlivable?
Okay, you see, if they leave banditry, they will have source of financing their war machine. The question you ask, why are they fighting them? You see, the herdsman has gone through a lot of hardship. No government has really actually sat down to see into their plight, to modernize them, to even spend anything. Not one kobo of our Nigerian budget goes to them.
Now that was Sheikh Gumi, the bandit sympathizer, terrorist negotiator, speaking for terrorists, saying that the terrorists are not living in luxury, they are not living in good condition, they are not enjoying. We are tempted to fight. Remember the word he said, we, categorizing himself with the terrorists. And guess what? This guy is free, moving around, walking freely. The government, the DSS, the police see no reason, the army, they've seen no reason to arrest this guy. Is walking freely, sympathizing with the terrorists, the people who go to kidnap children from school, the people who forcefully take children and do whatever atrocity with them, the people who goes to farm and unalive people. This motherfucker guy is sympathizing with them, negotiating with them. He talks to them on a daily basis. He knows where they are. But guess what? Every TV station in Nigeria is giving him platform to speak. They give him platform to speak. He's from one TV station to the other. The army knows where he is. Oh, let me not go far. Do you know that Gumi's son is in the army? We are indeed finished. I won't say more than this.
Hi guys, please don't mind my face. I just needed to make this video as quick as possible. I want to draw you guys' attention to something I just watched, a Sheikh Gumi's video. In the video, he called the terrorists in the north misunderstood victims. Misunderstood victims. Like, I don't really know what he's trying to do, and I don't really know why the man is still walking out there freely. Somebody that can suggest negotiating with terrorists is not meant to be walking on the streets freely, especially somebody that claims to preach the word of God. And I think the moment we Muslims start having uncomfortable conversations with our Islamic leaders, or the moment we start having conversations like this, before the outside world will stop looking at Islam as a terrorist religion. Because it's people like this on nationwide television, you're calling them misunderstood victims. It's people like this that is tarnishing the image of Islam. They are not portraying what Islam is really about. And it pains me to see non-Muslims believe that what Islam is as a result of the actions of these people. Honestly, Muslims need to start talking. We need to start speaking up. We need to start voicing out what Islam truly is. We don't need a non-Muslim. Look at what is this girl's name, Natalia, did. The way she called the mosques. She's a non-Muslim, but she was able to show how Islam is a religion of kindness. I think that's what we Muslims need to start doing. We need to show how Islam is a religion of peace. Because these are the people that are representing us out there. A person that can call terrorists misunderstood victims. I know people will come out now and say she's just a small girl and she's yapping her mouth. I don't care. The truth is the truth. What is glaring is glaring. It does not take a 60 years old man to decide or determine whether it's the truth or not. Why? The time you are using to make placards to protest against Trump invasion, why don't you use that time to join your hands with your Christian brothers and sisters and mount pressure on the Nigerian government to do something about terrorism in the north? The time you are using to make placards of Trump's picture, why don't you use that time to mount to the Arre to put pressure on the Nigerian government to do something? Make it make sense. We need to start acting with reason in this country. We need to start taking reasonable steps towards making this country better. We are Nigerians. We are in this country. We are the reason why this country is like this. And we need to start taking accountability and start taking steps to make this country work again. Nobody is coming to save us. We are the only one that can save ourselves. Because imagine a country that does not even like each other. How do you expect a foreigner to come and save them? It just saddens me to see that people like Sheikh Gumi is still working out freely, still able to take press conferences, still able to talk about things like this. Misunderstood victims. Anyhow, Sha, that's just it.
Quickly, maybe you'd like to react to some of the things that have been said, but my question to you also is, where have we been getting it wrong as a nation? Why are we still having this conversation even after many years and several efforts?
One of the key reasons why we are getting it wrong is because of people like Sheikh Gumi. In a clear case of a war, because he's talking about bloodshed, there has been bloodshed. Nigeria has been a theater of war for almost 2 decades. Possibly it is not affecting him directly because most of the casualties, most of the mass murders is that of Christians. He appears to be a negotiator, but to be very honest with you, he has advocated more for appeasing the terrorists rather than advocating justice for the victims. And I think it's important to us because I believe he's an Islamic cleric. He understands the concept of justice. How do you deal with a scenario of people raping women, people killing soldiers, people decimating homes, people sacking communities, but then the strength of your advocacy is that the government should appease them? Where in the whole world, in the history of any war, whether guerrilla warfare, whether military warfare, have you ever found a situation where there is an active bloodshed going on and then you believe that appeasing the criminals that are carrying out these genocidal attacks and infusing them into the military will help? From the very beginning, when the notion of amnesty, de-radicalization and integration began, we have never seen a scenario where these repentant terrorists, as they call them repentant, have ever led people to their camps and they were decimated. They have been growing exponentially. They have been acquiring more arms. So that is basically the problem we are having. We are getting it wrong simply because we have managed to create a false narrative. An example is we have managed to compartmentalize terrorism or these Islamist activities to look as if it is only Boko Haram that is doing it. The reason is because the rest of the terrorist groups that are jihadist in nature have been forged into different names. For instance, he's talking about two fighting. There is no two fighting anywhere. It is important also, we would love it if you are able to have an example of one Christian militia that is operational in either Sokoto or any of the Muslim dominant state that have been raping women and killing people, then we can understand that.
And at least the Muslims will equally lend their voice and say, okay, whatever it is the Americans are claiming that the Christians are suffering from, we are also suffering from it. And since it is all about eradicating terrorism, then good, come and eradicate them. But I think the problem is not just because there are foot soldiers who are killing people. It is because there are people who are sympathetic to the jihadist cause, there are people who are sponsoring them, and the involvement of any foreign nation in a scenario where there is a genocide does not end with the foot soldiers. It traces those who are sympathetic to their cause, whether because of political or religious or ideological beliefs. It equally traces those who sponsor them. And I think that is primarily where the problem lies in Nigeria. We are not sincere with the war against terrorism. Once it involves, because wherever you go to, we can't force ourselves. Most of the time, you find a lot of Muslims claiming that these people, they are not truly representing Islam and all of that, blah, 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 and all of that. But the truth is that there is an Islamist, well-armed Islamist jihadist group that has been massacring Christians. And what we find, unfortunately, people who should be speaking or condemning this act are busy trying as much as possible to create sympathy for them. You can imagine him saying that killing the terrorists will now amount to genocide. Then what would you tell the people that have been burying there? For instance, just of late in Yelewata, over 250 people were killed. But he describes that not as a genocide. He says two fighting.
December 2022. So Gumi said we should vote for the president that will make a negotiation with bandits. This country have gone. Buhari created this chaos. We are now not seeing it. Even the citizens of a community try to put an alarm outside for people to know, for people to understand the rain that is coming ahead. Ojo to shoot there yi, prepare ara yin, for us to prepare ourselves towards that rain. Now, you people have to imprison the person. You put that person in life imprisonment. But person that is looking for negotiation, you said bandits are our enemies. We told you that this insecurity are caused by all these people. But instead of you to look for the solution, the person that now ahead, that now hold it, saying that they are looking for negotiation, all because of money and power. We now see our own 7th Division, GOC, promising them that they will put them in military, they will put them in politicians, they will put them in politics, they will put them in any post that they requested for if they surrendered. See the promise that they are giving to the people that are killing us. What is your action as a military? You are meant to protect the country. Now you are laying down the country into the terrorist land. And I saw one post that someone said, don't worry, every house must be a Muslim. Abibeko. And you people are still making noise that they are not coming for Christian. Fine, they are not coming for Christian alone. They are coming for everybody. But what I'm still surprised is this. I still see one Samfara governor promising them 2 cow that if they surrendered, you created the chaos and you now want us to be not seeing it. And you imprison someone that just make an alarm, put it in life imprisonment, but you are putting all these bandits people, you are giving them 20 years imprisonment. Who are the people that are supposed to die by hanging? People who went to someone's farm, you killed them unnecessarily, they are not doing anything. And if you try to make a self-defense, you'll be saying that courts will be telling you that you don't have to kill people, but these people kill them first. Even the Bible say that you should not kill, but when you are trying to defend yourself, you are free to do that. To defend yourself is action. To defend yourself, that is the number one. But now court is telling us that we are not meant to kill them, that all we have to do is just to pick them and bring them back to you. Now you said rehabilitation, you reform them. God will punish all of you. God is going to punish all of you. God will not allow you to see peace. As you are not allowing us to see peace, God will not allow you people to see peace.